Could Bradley Chubb be a candidate for the franchise tag? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate, part of the Sports Syndicate family of channels. On this channel, we bring you informed and in-depth analysis of our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Before we jump in, you already know what to do. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell. It's the easiest way that you can help support the channel by pushing this content out to fellow members of Broncos country. And while you're at it, be sure to check out my main channel, Sparkin over Broncos, for even more Denver Broncos coverage. One of the biggest questions surrounding the Denver Broncos as we enter the 2022 season is Bradley Chubb's long-term future in the Mile High City. The expectation when the former 5th overall pick was drafted in 2018 was that he would eventually succeed Von Miller as the Broncos' alpha edge rusher. Unfortunately, injuries have prevented that from coming to fruition. Chubb will be playing on his 5th-year option in 2022 and is scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent in 2023, so this season will be critical in deciding Chubb's future with the Broncos. ESPN's Bill Barnwell believes that should Chubb remain healthy and play well in 2022, the team will take a wait-and-see approach and place the franchise tag on Chubb in 2023 rather than inking him to a long-term deal. The Broncos will at least consider a new deal for Chubb. It won't be an easy negotiation. He looked like a superstar in 2018 when he racked up 12 sacks and 21 knockdowns, but he has 8.5 sacks and 29 knockdowns over the ensuing 3 campaigns. He missed 23 games over that stretch with knee, ankle, and shoulder injuries. My guess is that they will let him play out the option and use the franchise tag if he has a career year. Chubb has proven that he can play at a high level when he's healthy. He was a Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate in 2018, and he was named to his first Pro Bowl in 2020 after recording 7.5 sacks. Unfortunately, ever since he tore his ACL in 2019, the injuries have just kept piling up for Chubb. Despite making the Pro Bowl in 2020, Chubb missed the final 2 games of the season with an ankle injury, which then lingered into last season despite an off-season surgery. After being limited throughout training camp in the preseason, Chubb elected to undergo a secondary procedure to hopefully correct the issue once and for all. He ended up missing 10 games in 2021 before returning in the latter half of the season. Even after he returned, Chubb looked like a shell of his 2018 self. He really struggled to generate power at the line of scrimmage and was unable to win his matchups on a. This was also evident on the stat sheet, as Chubb failed to record a single sack in the 2021 season. He posted a dismal Pro Football Focus pass rush grade of 48.9 last season. Either Chubb still wasn't healthy last season, or we have an even bigger problem on our hands. There's a chance that the injuries may have permanently zapped some of Chubb's power and explosiveness, which allowed him to be one of the best edge rushers in the game. I really hope that this isn't the case here. This offseason will be the first since 2019 where Chubb isn't going to have to focus on rehab and can finally give 100% of his attention to refining his craft. That being said, if you read between the tea leaves when it comes to some of the Broncos' offseason moves, it's clear that they want to cover themselves just in case the injury bug bites Chubb again or his play simply isn't up to snuff. The Broncos signed Randy Gregory to a lucrative deal in free agency, and they also spent their top draft pick, 64th overall, on edge rusher Nick Benito out of Oklahoma. They also have some nice developmental potential edge rushers on the roster, such as Jonathan Cooper. Should Chubb and/or Gregory miss time this year, the Broncos have bolstered their edge rush unit to hopefully soften that blow. If Chubb is able to stay healthy and is able to produce next season, he could easily command a salary north of $20 million on the open market. His former counterpart Von Miller recently inked a 6-year, $120 million deal with the Buffalo Bills this offseason. Should Chubb once again struggle this season, he may have to settle for a 1-year prove-it deal on the open market. This season is going to be crucial in deciding not only Chubb's future in Denver, but in the NFL as a whole. I'm curious, Broncos country, do you think that Bradley Chubb will be able to return to somewhere near his 2018 form? Also, who will lead the Broncos in sacks in 2022? Drop those comments down below, I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss when we upload. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for even more Broncos coverage. And for now, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out and let's ride.